everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right folks, so for this video I'm going to be taking you around my latest media book pickups that I got for Return of the Living Dead Part 2 and Return of the Living Dead Part 3. And as you can see, both covers actually complement each other quite well. As a matter of fact, when you actually put the spines together, they go together very nicely as well. And the company that actually brought these out, they're actually called Plyon Pictures. They're a German website. And I'm hoping someday they will give us a release for the original Return of the Living Dead. And hopefully it will go nicely with these too, because they're absolutely beautiful. So if you never heard of Plyon Pictures, like I said, they are a German website. I will leave a link in the description below to their website, and go on over and check out some of their releases. They bring out some amazing editions. And the only thing I will say though is a heads up, anyone in the UK, they won't ship to the UK, unfortunately, which is ridiculous, and I'm hoping they will address that someday, because it'd be a shame for anyone in the UK to miss out on these kind of releases. So yes, the link will be in the description there below, and like I said, please do check it out. Now, if you like what you see here in terms of these media books, I can tell you now that they actually do another 2 versions of these as well, where you get the original cover artwork as well. But there's no way I could pass up on this newly commissioned artwork. I just fell in love with it instantly. And not only that, but this is the first time I've ever owned both of these on Blu-ray, so it was a no-brainer that I was going to pick them up. So yeah, looking forward to taking these around these releases and showing you everything that's, well, not inside it, but show you what the media books themselves look like. But yeah, I'm going to just start with Return of the Living Dead 2. Just wanted to quickly share my thoughts on it. But I actually love this movie. I'm a big fan of it. I actually highly regard it just as much as I do the original. Even though I have to admit, when I watched it a couple of nights ago, it didn't sit well with me. It got me in a bad night. It got me in a very, very bad night. And I know when I watch it again, I'll feel very, very differently. But the original does lean towards kind of comedy horror, where this one is definitely more of a comedy. Now, 2 actors appear in this one that were in the first one. Tom Matthews and James Karen come back into it. And the only connection that this movie really has to the original is the 2 boys get infected again. It's almost the same movie, if I'm completely honest. But yes, the 2 boys get infected like they did in the first one. And they have a conversation between each other saying that they have this weird memory that this has happened to them before. It's almost like a dream. So yes, they're actually treating the original as a dream, which is, it used to be a big thing in the 80s. You don't see it anymore. But take nothing away from it. It's a fantastic movie. It's so unbelievably funny. And if you're into your kind of comedy horrors, I don't want to say comedy horrors, because there's not many kind of horrifying moments in it. It is more of a comedy. But if you're into your kind of zombie comedy movies, I think you're really, really going to enjoy this one. And if you do check it out, keep an eye out for a small cameo of Michael Jackson at the end of it. It'll have you in tears laughing. Now, in terms of special features on this release, oh my god, it is jam-packed. You actually get 3 audio commentaries in this. You actually get around 3 featurettes as well. And there is countless interviews. I was very, very surprised to see as many special features on this one. I cannot wait to finally check it out. Now, the picture quality on this, for the most part, looked great. There was moments, of course, where it looks very soft. But for the most part, you're getting quite a sizable upgrade over that DVD. Now, it does say on the back of this that it's a DTS 2.0 audio. That's a mistake. It's not. It's a PCM 2.0 audio that you get on this. And I was very concerned, because when I knocked it on, oh my god, the audio sounded horrible. It was incredibly thin. It was very low down as well. And I was like, surely there's no way that they could release this release like that with the audio as bad as it was. But it was a strange thing. There was 2 options for PCM on this. And when I went to the second one, all of a sudden the audio was fine. Not the best I've ever heard, but it's still, it is what you would expect it to be for a movie like Return of the Living Dead 2. So when you do buy it, folks, and you're wondering about the audio, just click onto the second PCM option and it'll sound a hell of a lot better. So just a quick heads up on that. So that is Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Now, for Return of the Living Dead Part 3, this one was a gamble. I'm not going to lie. I remember seeing it back in the day. I honestly couldn't remember it. And unfortunately, the gamble hasn't really paid off in this one. This one definitely leans towards the more serious tone, which is a shame when you think about it, because the franchise is kind of built on the kind of comedy horror sort of thing. So when you get a kind of serious toned zombie movie, it just doesn't sit well in the franchise. As a matter of fact, You know what it kind of reminded me of? Do you know them Cloverfield sequels that we got where they felt like standalone movies and they just decided to throw the Cloverfield label on them in the hope that they would sell? That's exactly what Return of the Living Dead 3 feels like. Now, don't get me wrong, I think for maybe the last 40 minutes of the movie, it really does pick up, and it was actually quite enjoyable for the last 40 minutes. As a matter of fact, some of the practical effects and some of the makeup effects were massively impressive, but it just didn't sit well with me. But then, like I said, I watched this on the same night as I watched part 2, and maybe, just maybe, it got me on the wrong night. So when I watch it again, I might feel a bit different about it. But as of right now, it's easily the weakest of the 3. Now, in terms of special features on this one, it's much like part 2. There is actually quite a bit in there as well. You get a few audio commentaries, a few featurettes, a lot of interviews as well. And it is great to see a relatively unknown movie like Return of the Living Dead 3 get that kind of treatment. And the picture quality, just like the part 2 as well, looks fantastic. Again, it has its soft moments, as you come to expect, but take nothing away from it. But this one as well does say DTS2 channel on the back of it. It is PCM, but it didn't have the same problems with the PCM that we've seen on part 2. So you don't have anything to worry about in terms of this one. Right, folks, so I'm going to take you around these 2 media books and give you a good look at them. So yeah, let's get to it. Right, so this is the 2 media books that we are going to be looking at, and like I said at the start of the video, I just think the artwork complements each other so well. I just love this newly commissioned artwork. As a matter of fact, I'll just quickly show you as well what the spines of both of them look like when they're together. So it's not perfect, but it's close. So that's the 2 side by side. So naturally, I'm going to start with the second one, and then I'll make my way on to the third. So in terms of the artwork on this, there is so much going on. It has a lovely high gloss finish to it as well. You've got, of course, Tarman in the middle. You've got one random zombie there. I think you see it once in the movie. There's kind of worms coming out of its face. This zombie here, I think it's a woman. You see her once or twice in it. Trust me when I say, though, when you do see her, you're going to be in tears laughing. And then, of course, you got the cast down the bottom there and the 2 boys, Tom Matthews and James Caron. So there's so much going on. I love the artwork on this. I can't praise it enough. I love the black background, the kind of blue colour scheme as well. And then, of course, you got the writing, the Return of the Living Dead title that just stands out. So that is the main artwork. I'll take us to the spine of this one. And right around to the back, so naturally this being a German media book, of course the write-up is going to be in German, but some of the special features actually are written in English. And just be wide, folks, as well. As you can see down the bottom, this is Region B locked. So that is the back of the media book. I'm going to open it up, and that is your Blu-ray disc. There's actually nothing behind the disc, in case you are wondering. Of course, you just got Return of the Living Dead Part 2. And then when you flip it to the back, that is your bonus disc. I cannot believe that we actually have a bonus disc for Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Who thought we'd ever see the day? So naturally, everything that you see in here is going to be in German, but you get a couple of pictures there from the actual movie itself. So there you have it, folks. That's a close look at Return of the Living Dead Part 2. So I'm going to put that to a side. Let's bring in the third one. And just like the second one, the Part 2, there's quite a bit going on. Not as much. You simply got the main woman in it who's infected all during this movie, and then you just get 2 random zombies. But the one thing I love about this is the actual colour scheme. Again, kind of a black background, and then you've kind of got a kind of pink, kind of purple kind of colour scheme to it. And then, of course, you got Return of the Living Dead Part 3. It's definitely not as flashy as the second one, but take nothing away from it. It's still a beautiful looking media book. So that is the main artwork. I'll take us to the spine of this one. And right around to the back, and just like Part 2, the write-up will be in German. Some of the featurettes, again, are written in English. You can make them out. And this is, again, a Region B lock as well. No surprise there. So that is the back of the media book. Open it up. And just like the last media book, there's nothing behind the disc itself. You got your Blu-ray there. And when I turn it around, again, a bonus disc. Unbelievable. Just to see the amount of work that's gone into these releases is absolutely quite staggering. And of course, that's the couple of pages that you do have in the media book itself. That's actually a pretty cool picture. Look at that. So like I said, some of the practical effects. The creature effects are quite impressive in this one. So there you have it, folks. That is both Mediabooks. I honestly can't praise them enough, and if you're a fan of these movies, I think this is a must for your collection. Right, folks, so like I said at the start of this video, if you like what you see, get on over to Play On Pictures and grab yourself a copy. They are absolutely beautiful, and like I said, the option is there for the original artwork as well. But I just wanted to give you a heads up as well. A couple of videos back, I done a video on Reservoir Dogs. I showed this absolutely beautiful release for that movie, and it was actually the same company, Play On Pictures, that done that release. And what I'll do is I will leave a link in the description below for that video if you do want to check it out. And that one, that Reservoir Dogs release, is still available on their website. So yes, there to be got if you want it. So there you have it, folks. So as per usual, if you did like what you see here, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you could do, leave a comment down below, and please do share your thoughts on both of these movies and what did you think of these Mediabooks. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.